Hey, show number 301, photo share and discussion, January, what is this, 26th, 2020. Almost done with January. Let me go ahead and post the link here in the YouTubes. See what we got there. I did post it in the Facebook group. Okay, I'll post that in there. So hope everybody's doing well as we head into the last week of January. It's kind of crazy. Almost 1 month, almost through the first month of the year. So it's kind of amazing. Just didn't seem that long ago that it was January 1st, but here we are, the 26th. So getting through there. Hope everybody had a good week. Just this. And just heard the news an hour or so ago about Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and apparently 7 other people that were killed tragically in the helicopter crash in LA area. That's pretty sad news, because he was one of the good guys. Kobe was one of the good guys. Obviously a huge icon in the sport of basketball, and just very tragic. So thoughts go out to family of everybody affected by that. That is always tragic when something lives end way too soon by that type of accident. It's just it's a shame, and thoughts go out to families of Kobe and everybody else that was on that helicopter. That is it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad news. Very sad news to hear that. But lots of fantastic memories from Kobe as far as his career time in the NBA and a lot of the stuff he did. So, but yeah, just heard that about an hour ago. I guess that maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. But obviously, it's on TV now, and they're kind of going through it and everything. So, kind of sad to hear, but thoughts go out to his family. As we get into the end of January here, almost 1 month in, and I haven't done any photography yet. Although I have an excuse. The weather's been kind of crappy. This was the first weekend, I think, since December 4th, 3rd or 4th, that it hasn't rained. So we actually had 2 dry weekend days in a row, which was the first time in 6 or 7 weeks. So kind of amazing. But it was nice that it was dry. But I had a lot of not a lot, but I had stuff to get to that I wasn't able to get to because the weather had been so wet and wet over the last few weeks. So I spent some time working around outside and doing stuff outdoors, yard related, keeping the castle grounds looking proper. There's James. There you go. How's it going?
Good. How's it going with you?
Excellent.
My hair looks funny.
Yeah, mine looks funny, sticking up. Now you look fine. You're a dashing young man, James.
What are you after? Is this you and me so far?
So far, yeah. And I don't know if Wes is. I know Wes posted some images from the Renaissance Fair that he goes to down in Gainesville. So I don't know if he's doing that. And Joe might pop in, depending. I don't know about your cousin. I'm assuming he'll pop in at some point here. But
I'll try getting hold of him during the week, but I can never get hold of him.
Oh, okay. He's a busy guy in retirement now, I guess. Huh? Well, you both are. So.
Well, you know what's funny? It's like my sister's down here, up in Mooresville, about an hour drive north, staying with her daughter, because her daughter just moved in the house about 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter's found a house up there, and so she's just bought a house up there. It's like everyone's moving up there, and they're saying to me, "You're going to move up there?" And I go, "Well, I like my house. I put a lot of money into my house, like carpet, painting, and furniture." And that. So as much as I'd like to, it's only an hour's drive, so I'm not that far away. So I don't think I will. Not just yet.
Yeah.
My house. The other thing is, I don't like going on 77.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So are you on the south side of town and they're up on the north side of Charlotte, basically? Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a little ways away, but it's not that far, so you can visit them pretty easily.
The thing is, my eyes are getting bad at driving at night because age catches up to you.
Yeah.
And when it's raining, I hate it. I bloody hate it.
Yeah. 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 That's.
So what I tell them is, before it rains or it gets too dark, I leave. Come home.
Yeah. 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 And it's driving at night. I still drive at night fine, but my preference is I'd rather just drive during the day. I can drive at night fine, but it's not something I speak out.
Hey guys.
Hey Frank, how's it going?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Happy New Year. I don't think we've seen you this year, so Happy New Year. Almost at the end of January already. Kind of crazy.
Yeah. Believe it, how quick it's going.
Yeah, it's going by way too fast. I guess it's going by fast. I've been pretty busy, so it's been good. But
I'll be on Medicare soon.
Yeah. Do you have you come up on your birthday here this year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good. Good and bad, I guess.
I'll be back in a minute. Just gonna get there.
Okay, no problem. I'll mute you. Maybe not. So, how you been, Frank? Good.
I'm doing all right.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was just saying before James popped in, we're 1 month into the year, and I haven't looked at the camera at all. I've just done some stuff. I made the switch over completely to Darkroom and GIMP. So I stopped my Adobe subscription here a couple weeks ago. I think it ran out Wednesday or Thursday. So I'm off Adobe now. So I'm down to freeware.
Mark, you might want to adjust your camera. I only can see half.
Oh yeah. Wait a second. Let's try it the other way. There we go.
Much better.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So I am off of the Adobe bandwagon now officially. So although technically I guess you could still log in and look at stuff that you loaded up there, but I guess you can't really upload anything new or.
You're using Darkroom, right?
Using Darktable and GIMP. Yeah.
Well, I tried using that, so I downloaded it.
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded it. It was okay. It's fine. But then I took some pictures. I just took some pictures of the stuffed animals that I normally take when I want someone to pose. And I found I couldn't upload them into the system. I had to go in there, do a right mouse click on the image, and say Open With, and then Open With Darktable.
Oh, okay.
Then
the way I've been using it, I mean, is it loads in stuff into its library based on wherever you point it to. So folder on a kind of like a folder by folder basis. So when I do when I go out and shoot, I have it automatically upload. It saves to a folder, on my hard drive.
Yeah.
The main photo file, and then it's broken down by year and month after that. So then then I go into Darktable and then just import it from there, so it reads whatever's in that folder.
Well, that's what I had to do, is open the image, do a right mouse click on the image, and then Open With, and I did Open With Darktable. And then but I had to do that to each image, and I didn't take too many because I was just playing around with it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I wanted to do a print because I was playing around with doing different controls and that, just doing stuff. That's all. And when I wanted to print something, it screwed up. It wouldn't print anything.
Yeah, I've made the switch, and I'm figured for what it does everything I need it to do. I don't know how to do everything yet, but I'll figure that out. And it does printing. I mean, you can load in printer profiles and all of that.
It was once before for me, but this time I had an issue with it. I had to close down the application to get it to work.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
But right now, I'm not positive about changing over to that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've cut the cord. Hey, Wes. Hey, Dennis.
How you doing,
Hello,
guys?
guys. Good. Just saying my my Adobe subscription that I paid for ran out just a couple days ago, so I'm officially cord cut from Adobe now.
Right. You're now officially a GIMP man.
Yeah, although I haven't done much photography. I haven't done any this year, but I've poked around a little bit with playing with images I've already taken. So I just need to do a little bit more of that. But I think it'll do everything I need it to do. So.
Has anyone heard of Exposed to the Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you use it?
Sometimes.
It's funny. A friend of mine this side where I am, he said to me, to test your camera, like to get an exposure that once you get it set up and you take pictures, if you do minus, +2 or whatever the figure it is, it'll always come out with a good exposure. And he said to me, get a t-shirt, hang it up so the sun shines from through the t-shirt, so you're behind it, but don't have your shadow in it. Take pictures, like one good reading, and then just +1, +2, +3 readings. And when you get it on Lightroom, take the best one, and then whatever that is, +1, +2. When you take a photograph, just automatically put it to +1, +2, and you should get a good reading. I was trying that today, but the wind kept blowing, and it was a lovely day, but the wind was blowing. I couldn't actually do it, so I probably had to test it. But the other way I was doing it, it was just another stuffed animal, is just focused in on it, and then just did 1, 2, 3 on the settings. It didn't seem to come bad. To be honest with you, I didn't notice much difference.
So basically, just exposure compensation, just doing it right at the beginning.
It'd be better for the pixels in there.
Yeah.
When you say exposed to the right, I assume you're meaning exposed for the highlights.
Yeah.
No, it's because the amount of information you have to adjust is minimal compared to the shadows. The highlights, if you blow out your highlights, you're hosed. There's no going back.
Yeah.
So I always my method is to always expose for the most important highlight. It's just like using slide film.
Yeah.
You get that by using your own. Every camera may be different to a certain extent, but the most important highlight I want with detail, I'll meter off that, and then I'll adjust my exposure by, let's say, 2 stops for a bright cloud or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I know, let the shadows go. If they go dark, they go dark. But I know if I'm shooting raw, only if I'm shooting raw, I'll have plenty of info in the file to bring up those shadow areas.
Well, what I need to be careful is in the dark, if you bring up the dark, it's going to be too much. You're bringing up too much noise.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're saying exposed to the right is to get the most saturation you possibly can. So if to protect the shadows, basically.
Yeah. Because like you said, if you blow out the highlights, are gone. I mean, you got to make sure that you get the detail on the highlights.
But also, if you don't expose enough of the shadows, you're not going to be able to pull any detail out of them either.
That's why I say use the word important shadows or important highlights. Like the highlight off my face right now, it's blowing out on the camera.
Yeah.
But bring that down again, and if it means lowering the blackness of this chair, then fine. I can always bring that up. Now, if you run into a situation where the dynamic range of the scene is beyond the dynamic range of your sensor, then you need HDR.
Yeah. Or if you don't use HDR, then you just do it, make the best you can.
Right. Then you have to say, well, it's a compromise at that point. Would I'd like to have the highlight on my face blowing out just to save the have less noise in the shadows? It could be. It depends on the situation. But generally speaking, I think for the vast majority of your shots, if you set your exposure to prevent the most important highlights from being blown out, you're probably safe the vast majority of the time.
Yeah.
But again, it just shows that you're in critical situations where, not snapshots, but when you're trying to make something meaningful and really work the image, you have to pay attention to the brightness range of the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You just don't meter off the middle, and
Do many of you use it when you take a photograph? Do you think of exposure to the right?
I do. For example, I was photographing a birthday party outside, and we're outside, light's not changing, so I metered off my hand, and then overexposed by one stop, and I knew that was a perfect exposure if I metered off of my hand.
Yeah.
And then I just set the camera to manual for whatever exposure that was.
Mhm. Yeah, it just depends on the scene too. I mean,
Right. You could use a gray card,
yeah,
especially the days of film. But who has gray cards? Everyone has their
Yeah.
hands available.
you know what your hand looks like,
Right.
so, hopefully you do.
Right.
And grass is basically perfectly like a gray card also.
Exactly.
Grass.
Yeah,
outside.
I haven't metered
I
on.
meter off healthy green grass all the time.
Yeah,
I use that a lot.
Well, my glass is Bermuda glass. It's grey right. It's brown right now.
yeah, it's all dormant now. Yeah,
That's why I like using the hand. Find out. Use your camera. Find out what's the perfect exposure for the palm of your hand,
Mhm.
and then just meter off that with the same light that's falling onto your subject. It's the same light falling onto the palm of your hand, and whatever is good for you.
Yeah.
yeah. That is.
I just practicing.
Yeah. Yep. That's. I don't do a lot, and maybe it's because I don't do a lot of portraits. I haven't done much. Well, I don't know, for film. Most of the landscape I've done in the last few years has been film. So that's been, I've just kind of defaulted to figuring out where I want the most detail to be, basically, and then pick that. But film's got such a wide range too. You've got a very wide range in film, and if you scan it as a RAW, then there's a lot of control over.
With film, I would say you definitely want to expose to the right because shadow, you can't recover shadows on film. It's
Mhm.
gone. If it doesn't get exposed, it's gone.
Yeah.
Right. So, man, you want to expose on the left with print film.
Overexposed, basically.
Yeah.
It depends
Right.
how you're
Yeah, because you can drop. The highlights aren't going to blow out.
Right.
Right.
Except it was slide film.
Yeah, slide, yes, but like for print film, yeah. Now
Yeah,
slide film,
for
yeah,
print
you got to be really careful because
Right. When I was going in my black and white courses, we were always taught always expose to the left with black and white color print film to make sure you have the detail. You can always
drop
dodge your highlights,
Yeah,
bring them down.
yeah. There's so much latitude in print film that you can do that. So yeah, it just depends on what you're using. Well, and then digital sensors. Yeah, you got to go the other.
A lot of people buy these nice fancy cameras. And they really haven't got a clue how to handle them.
Mhm.
They just put it on automatic and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's kind of like a person that buys a Ferrari and never drives it over 55. They drive it around town all the time.
Yeah, I in my beginning courses, this was back in the 80s. So back then, the Nikon F4 was the top of the line, and there was one guy who had that, and everyone else was using their hand-me-down Pentaxes and Canon AE1s and that sort of thing. And I got to tell you, he was the worst photographer in the entire class. He was. He couldn't shoot himself out of a wet paper bag.
Yeah.
But his images were damn sharp.
Yeah. Sharp images, but they weren't. What are they? Yeah.
They're horrible. They're crap. But James, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
People think buying a better camera is going to make them a better photographer, and it just makes really crappy sharp pictures.
Yeah. You need a camera that functions properly, and then beyond that, then it's more about what you see and how you shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. No one ever looked at a great image and said, "Yeah, it'd be better if it was sharper."
Yeah. Well,
you take a look at these old shots from the 60s and 70s, the iconic images. No one ever looks at it and says, "Yeah, it's not as sharp as I'd like it to be." No, they look at the content.
yeah.
Content.
Well, most people don't, but the people that want the F4, the top of the line camera, they're the ones that are like, "Hey, that's not a good image because it's not as sharp."
Yeah, the only people who are doing that are people like me who are in their beginning photo classes, walking this close up to an Ansel Adams shot, going, "Man, I got to get myself an 8x10."
Yeah.
And I say that because that's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
I saw this huge print of an Ansel Adams at the Oakland Gallery, and with most images, if you stand far back, they look sharp, and the closer you get, the more fuzzy they are. Not with this.
Yeah.
The closer I got, the more detail I shot, and it was just amazing. So I went out,
and it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper.
It does, and that's the beauty of shooting with an 8x10 at that time, which is I'd say equivalent to about 100 megapixels now, like the GFS 100 from Fujifilm.
Yeah,
that thing is amazing. People are actually giving up their 8x10 view cameras for that.
Really? Huh.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Not entirely. I mean, film will always have a use, but in the fine art field.
Yeah. Let's see here. So maybe I should sell my 4x5 here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Joe? Well, Joe just bought an 8x10 today, right? Didn't you?
I did actually. I have two of them because one isn't quite good enough. So yeah, I got to stack stuff, because I need even more detail. Tell them, Dennis. What
images you can't go wrong, Joe. Yeah. If Mark's going to get an 8x10, then it'd be into $10 a photo.
Yeah. So if you got one 8x10, then you might as well have two. Because
that's right. So there we go. That's what you need. $99.99.
Oh, please.
It's 102 megapixels.
Plus tax.
Yeah, plus tax.
I was set to get two of them till James said that. The tax, come on. You're taking me over the top now.
Well, I'll tell you what, when I first came to this country, I had that was a problem for me because I was always giving the money and they say plus tax. I go, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you see the price in the UK, that includes everything. That's the price. Yeah,
but it's 20% higher because it's all
the beauty of it all is though, once this camera gets replaced, this will be on the used market probably for about $3,500.
Yeah, probably under $4,000. Yep.
Yeah,
you'd be able to get it for like.
And that's when you buy it. That's when mere mortals like us go out and buy cameras.
Well, like in 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah. Guaranteed. And it has IBIS, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wes will be the first one to buy it.
Yeah. Well, you need a 600 millimeter lens for this.
Yeah.
You need wildlife photography with this, Wes.
I don't know. You need a bigger lens than that because 600 millimeter is only going to be like what?
Yeah, it's only going to be like 300. Yeah.
No, it'll be, let's see.
Yeah, like a 1200 millimeter.
480. A 600 will be a 480 on
What makes that a $10,000 camera though?
Yeah.
Why would you want to pay that for that?
102 megapixel big sensor. That's basically what
if you're making $5,000 or $6,000 a shoot.
Yep.
If you're making $5,000 or $6,000 a shoot for shooting, let's say a bottle of some alcohol, one or two shoots and you've paid for the camera. Yep. And if you're doing advertising photography, you have to use a camera like this. They won't even talk to you if you're using full frame.
At this point, I mean, people have been paying that for those red cameras for years.
Yep, for the video cameras, the red cameras.
Yeah, they've been paying 30 G's for a camera for years. Yeah. This is a bargain for them guys.
In the field of medium format, this is dirt cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is a bargain.
100 or 200 megapixel,
102 megapixel,
47,000.
Yeah, this is
dirt cheap.
Yeah, this is a bargain. Yeah,
a bargain at bargain at twice the price.
Right, and Fuji
need to buy two
shit out of these cameras. They're backlogged.
Okay, well, I'm going to add it to the cart. Right now. Oh, there's my lens. So I add that to a couple lenses. And then what else do I get?
The lenses aren't that expensive either. They're only about $2,000 or $3,000 a pop.
I'm just adding. I'm adding whatever it tells me to add.
You know what's funny, Mark, is I would have to finance the tax.
Yeah. But we can pay for the warranty as well.
There we go.
I might have to get a mortgage to tax. I might have to get a mortgage.
Almost $1,000 in tax.
Yeah.
If you mention PayPal, you get 6 months.
$788. Yeah. Yep. And it's free shipping though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you get.
I wonder if Lens Rentals has this. It's probably like $900 a week.
Oh yeah, lens rentals would be the way to go with this bad boy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like $500 a week.
So that's a 32 to 64. Oh, so that's like a 40 to. No, it's like a
It's a 20 to 50.
50. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lens. I hear it's an extremely good lens.
It better be the best piece of glass I've ever put in front of my
$2,300.
eyeball
If
ever.
we're looking at 7200 or a 2470 by Nikon, it's the same price.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that glass better be so good it makes me want to pop these lenses out of my frames right now and just pop those in and use those for good.
Promo
Just fun.
financing. Let's see how much I could get for this. Oh yeah.
Yeah. How about that? Yeah.
like $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty. I mean, that's a lot of money, but if that's your business,
It
you
pays
know,
for itself.
like you said, Frank, yeah, if you're doing a studio work or product photography, and this was the difference between you getting a job or not, yeah, it's you buy it all day long for this. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I was watching this one YouTuber. I don't know if you guys remember the Angry Photographer. Big bald guy with a lot of tattoos. He quite famous on YouTube, and he was talking about a buddy of his who got a job photographing museum pieces specifically because he had that camera.
Yeah, just because of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever that revenue was going to be, yeah. Well, he wouldn't have had the revenue at all doing that. Yeah.
Right. So he went out and bought it, and now it's paid for.
Yeah.
Well, we need to. I'll text Pat right now and tell him this is what he's lacking right now, my friend.
Yeah.
This-
Hey, you guys, I
Maybe he could actually earn a living with it if he got this thing.
Yeah, I
He
know.
might make the cover of a magazine.
Yeah.
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 Stop shooting that miniature full frame format.
Yeah, I don't see why you lot were complaining about the tax, because if you was living in Treasure Island here, I worked the tax out about $2,500.
Yeah. It's about 3 times as much. Yeah. This is only 7% for me.
That's
Yeah.
why they call England Treasure Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in California's about 10.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, no, it was funny. Last week we were on. Pat popped on for a little bit. He was at the auction again, I think. Yeah, and he was that the one where he was walking down the thing and he saw all his pictures hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Did he tell you that, Joe?
No.
He said like a few months ago, the auction house said, "Can you send us pictures of some motors that car engines that you photographed?" And he's like, "Yeah," and he charged him whatever. And then he's at the auction, and it's like the exclusive, all the real expensive cars, and then lining the top of the pavilion, going all the way down, are like 6x8 blow-ups. Like, here's the engine of the Ferrari, here's the engine of the Jag. He's actually to charge a lot more for the rights to that.
I got to tell you, man. It was 2 years ago now that I shot that auction with the Sotheby's auction with Pat, and it's insane how big they blow those photos up. Matter of fact, and I told Pat, like, do you have any of these? And he goes, they're too big. Like, I couldn't put them anywhere. They're too big to even put on the side of a building. That's how big they are. They blow these things up. Like it'd be like putting a billboard in your house somewhere. Like it's so flattering. Just and I'm looking at that and I'm going, man, this is insane. This is your work. I mean, and not I mean, it would be so flattering for me to walk in somewhere and every wall you look at is your work. I mean, that's you dream of that as an artist. You dream of that.
It's kind of funny. He goes, I'm walking down, and he's showing us. He goes, that's mine. That's mine. Mine. And all these engine pictures, and they're just hanging from the roof of the pavilion with like the exclusive cars underneath.
That's Pat's life, bro. That's Pat's life.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's doing real well with it.
Oh no, he's doing very well.
It's insane. It really is, man.
Yeah. But you remember when he first popped on here, whatever that was, 5 years ago, he was at that point where he was still working full time and doing car shoots on the weekends or whatever. And he was thinking, maybe I might be able to, make the jump into doing this full time and that type of thing. But I don't know, and he did that 3 years ago.
It's a scary proposition, given.
Yeah.
your day
Oh
job.
yeah. No, he quit a kind of a full time salaried position.
Yeah.
To do that, and it's working out well for him now. So, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. But yeah, he's like, damn, I should have charged more for the rights on those.
And that's the problem with him is that balance of, that's a whole nother subject, really.
Mm.
From what you were talking about when I jumped in here, but he still, when we talk, that's literally the majority of our conversation.
Is how much
me
margin.
Trying to kick him in the ass, trying to get him to charge more.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's that balance is tough. That's a whole nother discussion.
Oh yeah. No, but it works almost across everything, no matter what it is. Services, products.
Yeah.
Everybody says just charge at least twice as much as you think somebody will pay for it, and that's what they'll pay.
Well, yeah. Look who I'm talking to. Mark's in business for himself. Yeah. He knows. I mean, it's not that easy to just go. Yeah, just okay. I'm charging you $5. I'm going to charge you 10 tomorrow. It's not that easy.
Yeah. No,
I had a buddy of mine. He was a wedding photographer in the Bay Area, and he actually was getting so many weddings. This was years ago before digital. He was getting so many requests that he was turning down work.
Yeah.
And so
that's when you know it's time to raise your prices.
He did.
Now there you go. Yeah, that's a good time. Yeah.
He doubled his prices and he got even more requests.
Yep.
I think
that means he was able to cut his work and cut his time in half and make twice as much, basically.
Exactly. And you got to realize people equate price with quality.
Yeah, to a certain point.
If you're going to charge someone $1,000 to do your wedding, they're not going to expect $6,000 results.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think people think if you charge more, you're going to be a good photographer.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to have.
We got them fooled, right, James? Tell them.
And there are plenty of people
with
the
a photo club meeting, and we were discussing things, and this woman behind me said she just bought this camera and she's going to take out wedding photos. And I said, "Have you done weddings?" She goes, "No." I said, "You just go out and do it." I said, "What are you going to charge?" She said, "Oh, about $3,000." But you don't even have the experience. She said, "That's all right." I said, "Wow, it's amazing."
Yeah, I just got asked to do, because I've been putting it out there that I wouldn't mind, starting to get back into the family photography thing. So I recently, the weekend before last, I got, asked for a quote on some, senior photos, Okay. Oh yeah, you can't afford this. Let me just tell you right now, you can't. You can't afford it. I love joking around with them so much, and then at that point, whatever I charge them, they'll just pay.
What's that concept? It's called anchoring, I think. So you can, the whole thing. Normally $2,995, but it's yours for $1,995. So you've already got the number in your mind, whatever they meant, and then you give them some other ridiculous price and they feel like they got a deal.
Honestly, I've talked to some full-time pros and some, not a whole lot, but some that are willing to discuss their business model to me. And their whole thing is, okay, I charge this much, right?
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you 60% off.
Yeah.
They'll put out their regular fee. This is what I'm charging.
Yeah.
And the response is what they're going to give them a discount. Like they literally charge way in the hell more, but the discount is what they're really going to charge the person. So the response, the reply from that person is what they're really going to charge.
You know why? Everyone wants the bargain.
Yeah, because everyone loves a discount.
It's the bargain price.
Right.
And that could be the price that the guy wanted in the beginning.
Exactly.
Sure. So he's getting what he wants. It's a bargain. Yeah. Everyone wants a bargain.
Yeah, because if you put the price out there and they're like, all right, you're like, all right. You know what I'm saying? And you could still give them 10% off. They still feel like, oh, this is awesome. But, everyone loves a bargain. So if you could, and they give an invoice, it's what I do when I'm not charging models.
Mm-hmm.
I still give an invoice. Like, this is what I normally charge.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I was taught that by Scott Bourne, actually, in my very, 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 very early days of photography.
Mm-hmm.
I was taught that by Scott Bourne, who's one of them guys that still does the Alaskan expeditions,
Mm-hmm.
shoot grizzlies and all that sort of thing. One of the few photographers that still can do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that was his thing. And I still do that. Like, you know, models come here, they get an invoice every flipping time. They have to sign paper. You know what I'm saying? They have to, that's how it works.
Yeah, and it works for everything. You know, the kids selling lemonade and on the street corner say, well, it's normally, you know, $1, but since it's late in the day, I'll sell it to you for 75 cents. You know, when reality is they were selling it to somebody else for 10 cents earlier in the day.
And then it takes
whatever they say, your brain anchors on that, and then so anything that's better than that, you know, you just rationalize it. You know,
I'm never happy with the price if when I leave the salesman's not crying.
yeah.
That's goddamn the truth. You got to be able to, you know, walk away from the deal, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and as the seller, you have to be able to walk. I've done that, and that's tough. You know, where they want so much and they don't want to pay. You know, where it'd be nice to have the client or the work, but they're unrealistic. You know, like.
That's the beauty of
no thanks. And
see, that's the beauty of like where you and Pat are super similar, Mark, and where me being a semi-pro, that's the beauty of it. I don't make my living doing that, so I can, I literally put it out there, one option. This is as low as I'm going, and then I'm like, well, good luck to you, man. You know, because that's not how I make my living. So I can afford to do that. It's a lot easier for me, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it is tough. But I walked away from clients because I said, here's what my price is, and you know that they haven't. They wanted it. They were ready to sign up, but we don't want to pay that price. I'm like, well, sorry, you know.
That's a tough call. No one knows that here in this room more than you do. That's
But yeah, I mean, it is a challenge, and it's in anything, whether you're selling whatever it is, you know, photography or a service or a product too. I mean, I was just listening to a podcast earlier this week where a guy sells software, and same type of thing. He's like, it's a spreadsheet basically, and anybody could make it if they had the time. But he says they don't have the time, so I'm going to charge. You know, charge them this, and if you don't think it's a value, then go ahead and do it yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I was told when I was doing portraits and that? They said to me, keep going up in your prices, and if they're willing to pay, keep going up. When they stop paying, step back and use that as your point.
Yeah.
Economics 101, whatever the market will bear.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You know, if everybody you talk to is buying, then you're selling. It's too low.
Yeah.
And, you know, so whatever that ratio is, you know, you shouldn't be able to sell everybody. Everybody you talk to shouldn't become a customer. There should be that ratio, whatever it is, 50, 60%, something like that. Because then that's probably means your pricing is, you know, all things being equal, that means if you're getting maybe 50, 60, 70% at most, then your pricing is probably where it should be. If you get more than that, it's too low. If you're getting less than that, maybe you need to. You know.
Well, it could be also they're tight buggers and don't want to pay anyway.
Yeah. And those are the people you don't want anyway as customers.
Yeah.
Isn't that the hockey stick rule, or where the hockey sticks cross, or something like that?
Yeah. So,
I was once told that by a customer that I must be the highest paid electrician in the country. So I just stood there and agreed with him.
Did you say, oh, by the way, it's just increased 10%?
Yeah, no, I just got the job anyway, so I couldn't have been that expensive.
Right. Yeah, that's the point, you know. Yeah, it's you know, that's I do appreciate that I don't make my living off of it, you know. It's all extra cash, if you will. But at the same time, I value my work. I'm not going to go below this. Like, you're either willing to pay it or you're not. Good luck to you. You know what I'm saying? We get along really well, and with the kind of art that all 6 of us here have, that's a lot of the journey, man. That's, finding that artist that you get along with to get you what you want is most of that journey.
It boils down, Joe, that if you don't put value into your own work, why the hell would you expect your customers to?
Yeah, boom. That's it. Yeah.
The other thing is they don't see behind the lines that, like this week, I've been practicing on doing exposure to the light and some other things. They don't see that I'm training myself. But that's all part of the cost.
Right. People say, "Oh, why are you charging so much? You were only here for an hour and a half." It's like, well, you're not paying. You're not putting any value into the 15 years that I spent getting here.
Yeah,
exactly.
They think you're just a button pusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All you got to do is this, and the camera does all the work.
Yeah. What's that? The classic story of somebody has a squeaky floor, so they call it a carpenter. And the guy comes out, walks around a little bit, takes his hammer, whacks a section of the floor, squeak goes away, and he's like, "That'll be $10,000." The person's like, "Holy crap!" It didn't. He says, it didn't take you very long. He says, "Yeah, but you don't see the 20 years that it took me to figure out where the squeak was."
Right. How to fix it? Exactly.
Yeah. That's
There's a reason why people get their oils changed and pay $40 for an oil change.
yeah. Exactly. Yeah, that's for sure. Now, speaking of oil change, let's jump into images. Is that a good? That's not a good transition.
I thought that was the best segue I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's a slippery slope we're on by doing it that way.
Oh,
Yeah. That was okay.
I'm just now, I was late to your show, Mark, because I was just now finding out about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I talked about that a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of sad, isn't it?
What happened?
Kobe Bryant and his daughter and 7 other people were in a helicopter crash in L.A. area, I guess, wasn't it?
Yeah, they died. Yeah.
Yeah, helicopter.
Wow.
It looks like it slammed into the side of a mountain.
I didn't see the scene though. It
was a mountain, like a coastal mountain, and the helicopter was the smoking. What they're looking at was about halfway up, and they said it was foggy at the time. So you just think that they might have just literally flew into the hillside.
they were having a hard time trying to get up there as well.
Yeah.
I was mortified to hear about what happened to Kevin Bacon.
What happened to him?
He was murdered.
He was?
What?
Yeah. Some guy chopped him up and even put him in his freezer and was chewing on him.
That's a joke, right? That's a joke.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I didn't read any new articles, but let's say Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm being dead serious. That he was found dead.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. Kevin Bacon death. Police missing Michigan man. Kevin Bacon was hung. Wow.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
How long ago was this, Mark?
about a week or two ago.
No, this is the Kevin Bacon. No, I'm seeing all kinds of weird stuff here.
Is this a myth or is it's some other guy named Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, is it just some guy named Kevin Bacon?
Yeah. Kevin Bacon's slaying. So a guy, Michigan guy. Yeah, a guy named Kevin Bacon.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. Christmas. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's got it here. It says Kevin Bacon pays tribute to murdered Michigan man with the same name.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah.
oh,
Okay. So still sad, but not the Kevin Bacon that everybody thinks it was.
this is the Kobe. Like,
Yeah, this is the Kobe. Yeah. Yeah. That is sad. I mean,
what's ironic about it too is that Kobe was famous for taking helicopter rides. He was one of the first NBA players to
use a helicopter
daily to get back and forth, and mostly so that he could take his daughter to school, which is the same daughter that was killed with him, I believe.
Yeah.
His oldest daughter.
Wow.
There was that one a few weeks ago that those LSU people that got a helicopter crash down in Alabama or something too, and I was like, yeah, I just don't think I ever want to get on a helicopter. They just don't seem quite as.
Oh, I've been on several helicopters, man.
Yeah.
I have being in the army. I was on them.
Yeah.
I've never been in one. I don't know.
Been on the edge of one as well, hanging out.
Yeah, man, when you get, oh my God, they'll make you change your religion, man. Those guys oh my God, the stuff they can do. When when you're in the services, James can probably attest, like those service pilots are bananas, man. Those guys are they're nuts. They're gonna start out like no big deal, and then
some of them turn the engines off so it drops and then it picks it up again.
it's hold on, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you time. You know what I'm saying?
It's like turn it to 11. Yeah.
Oh my
And they
God.
climb down ropes to reach the ground because they're not landing.
Yeah. Some of the I did back in the day when the Army had air assault, not air they had airborne, of course, but air assault were the guys that jumped out of helicopters, right?
Yeah.
Repelled out of helicopters, and I did that. Thought I was going to actually get the wings on my chest for it. I never quite finished all the way through, but yeah, I jumped out of a lot of helicopters. It was a real adrenaline rush, you know.
Yeah.
But oh my God, those pilots were out of this world, man. Those
Where
guys.
I was doing mine was in Northern Ireland, where it counted.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, I mean, it's just, it's sad because, I mean, yeah, he was one of the good guys. I mean, in basketball, I mean, really not much, he had a stellar career. Seemed, off the court, was pretty much controversy free, did a good job. Seemed like he was.
Oh no, tons of controversy.
Oh, he had, but it wasn't anything major, was it?
Oh no, it was big
somebody.
time. Are you kidding? He raped somebody.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he was polarizing for sure. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it.
It shows you how much I follow basketball. But.
Oh no. I love Kobe, but no, he wasn't without his controversy. That's for sure. Right. Oh my goodness.
Are you gonna have the EM movement start digging up files on him now? Claim money?
Yeah, I don't know. As a matter, what's kind of sad is that this was his first year of eligibility for the Hall of Fame. He wasn't quite in the Hall of Fame yet.
Oh, yeah.
So he won't know. He's going to go in.
Yeah, posthumously now. Yeah.
But he'll never get to see it.
Yeah, he was probably going to be what do you think? First year.
Oh, hands down.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's
unanimous ballot. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With now? Oh. Please.
Oh yeah. But even before, I mean, he would have been a first year unanimous. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. He's another Jeter. I mean, he's that's it. It's a shame they didn't put Jeter in unanimously, really. But I mean, what does it really matter? The guy's a Hall of Famer. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I guess once you're in, you're in. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
41 years old, man. 41
years a few hours ago, I guess, 3 or 4 hours ago, maybe.
Yeah, earlier today, I guess. Yeah, I was too busy traveling, so I didn't get to. I just
now I want to know, Joe. Did you come back with a big pile of cash from your layover in Vegas?
No. I came back with one piece of paper.
Okay.
Wrote to the tune of millions of dollars because I won the lottery when I was out there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Yeah. so you're buying everybody at GFX 100, right?
We're all going to GFX 100.
Yeah. Everybody, just hold your breath, waiting in the mail for one of those. It's a kit, actually. The body and the lens. I wouldn't send you the body without the lens.
Can I take the money?
Yes. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy.
Can I have money instead?
Some cash.
I'll go for my cheaper version.
Yeah.
It's now I didn't tell you that I won, $5 in the lottery, but I did win the lottery. Yes.
$5 is better than nothing.
There was a lot of zeros after that decimal point.
Yeah. Hey, it's a win. A win is a win.
A win is a win. There's some, there's the dot and then 0, 0, 0 and a lot of commas after that dot. But,
They make it too difficult to win. They should lower it so more people can win. Because who wants all that money? Like, share it among more people.
I heard one guy say that it's really a conspiracy, and I kind of he got me to listen to him because he's like, "Don't you think that at some point there'd be like 100 people winning that same jackpot prize, but it's never 100 people; it's only one person, or it's at some point you would think there'd be 10 people, right? 10 numbers, 10 people would have hit that number,
Yeah.
right? But it's never. Now, 1,000 people will hit the other numbers, but not the jackpot number.
Yeah.
You know when that's going to happen? When I win the lottery.
Yeah. You'd be one of 10,000 people that want it.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, because James has got a point. Like why can't 10,000 people win the $300 million prize? Hey,
49 million to 1. That's why.
Yeah.
There's too many balls in
It's
the
49 million. It's like 173 billion to 1.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
It's huge. Yeah, that's what's amazing when you think about it. Like, so like the daily number, like the 3 number, right? You may see 100 people or whatever, but the odds of hitting that are like 1 in 5,000 or something like that. But you keep adding that extra number. So by the time you get to the Powerball, where it's like 6 numbers plus the Powerball, I mean,
It's ridiculous.
it's crazy. Yeah.
Just spend extra money. Don't have a coffee. Just buy a ticket one day.
Yeah. But now I've got a great segue. Speaking of hitting the lottery, let's look at this image because they really hit it.
Boom. Boom.
But we're going to start with Wes's image from last week because that's for the last one from last week. So there we go.
Oh, hey, look at
Planes and helicopters. This was from last week, but from the air show, which was still very nice using that 600 lens. But then you went to the here's Rui. Was this from last week? No, he took this just a few days ago. Yeah. Sunrise. Morning walk in Lisbon.
Did you guys talk about the new pricing in Flickr?
Oh, yeah.
I saw an alert that popped up. I didn't click on it. It says lock in your pricing for 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if I click that? Do they offer me like a discount or something?
Yeah.
No, they're raising the price again.
But what are they paying? Because I don't pay anything for Flickr.
You have less than 1,000 images, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
I delete my images off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it going up to?
$59.99.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
You need all your images out there? Maybe you should start deleting them.
Wow.
This goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
All right. So there we go.
Raising your
There's
prices.
this thing here. So it's lock in, renew now, and save. So let's see what it says. Annual plan. Oh, okay. There we go. So I can do the annual plan, ad-free, unlimited storage with advanced stats for $4 a month. So 48 $48 basically. So I get a little bit of a discount then. Yeah. Instead of $5, I go from 60 to 50. And 2-year pro plan, unlimited storage for 2 years for $4 a month. $3.93. So I save 7 cents a month for I don't
Right.
know. Yeah.
And you
But
got to
then
pay it all at once.
2 years.
It's not a monthly bill. You got to pay it all at once.
Yeah, you got to pay $96 to save 7 cents,
Yeah.
which is like, no. I think guess I'll do this. Did you renew, Wes?
No, because my membership just renewed a couple weeks ago. So
Oh, okay. I don't know when. I think mine does in March or April.
I don't know that I want to spend another $50 on Flickr right now.
Yeah. That's
And hope it's still around in 2 years.
Yeah, that's
Right.
just it. They're
They
getting,
sent out that email. What they sent out that email a few weeks ago saying we need money, basically.
yeah, they're getting
Yeah.
desperate, man.
Yeah.
They're really getting when they're raising the prices like this again already. They're desperate, man. They're desperately trying to stay. keep-
Auto renewing and non-refundable. The fine print that's like 80% opaque, 20% opaque. Yeah, real fine print. Fade. So I've got to take a look and see. I don't know. Well, what's the alternative though for photo sharing?
Nothing great. I mean, there's 500px or Google Photos or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. 500px is still free, isn't it, for the basic stuff?
Yeah, but you can only upload, what is it, like 10 images a week or something like that.
Yeah,
It's got
I've
like
got a 500px account, but I haven't done anything with it in a few months. So
I had a 500px and I dumped it in the end. Just got fed up with it.
yeah, huh? So I guess you could do you could go back to free, and then just get your 1,000 image limit, like you have, James. Yeah.
I may end up doing that in the end if it's still around.
I'm telling you, I'm I've got I don't know how many images I have. Oh, okay, I can tell you right now. I've got 1,106 images up there.
Okay.
Now, could you open 2 accounts without them knowing? So you got the minimum on each one. So you don't
Yeah, sure. You could do 4 accounts, I suppose, but
Yeah, different email
that's-
addresses.
I was reading the forums this week about this price increase, and that's what people were saying. Well, they were saying, well, block all the people that have multiple accounts and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah,
what people are doing, is they're just creating new accounts.
yeah. See, I've got 1,050 that I put on.
Yeah, I just got myself a new email address and opened another one.
Yeah.
Works fine.
You're a bloody cook, you are, Dennis.
I don't see why. If you've got a different email address, you're a different person, aren't you?
Yeah. As far as they're concerned, different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to take a look at that.
That's a nice shot.
That's the only thing I'm paying for as far as photo sharing is Flickr right now. So
right. Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's Flickr.
yeah.
You
Well,
do get two free months of the photo
I'm
plan.
flying away from it. I'm flying away from Flickr. I'm going.
I'm saving a fortune because I'm just using open source for everything now.
Yeah. I save $10 a month. I don't use Adobe anymore. So
This week I loaded up Ubuntu, so I've been playing.
oh, okay. On your laptop?
I played with Elementary, and I thought it wasn't bad, but in my opinion, Ubuntu is better. Works straight out of the box, no problems. I customized it a bit, but seems to function really well.
Good. Yeah. I've got to use a mainstream system or I can't do my work. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck with Windows for now. Windows and Mac for now. So Rui is out pedaling around. I don't know why you ride a bike when you could take a RV or something. I don't know. But anyway, he's out pedaling.
Maybe that's what he's done. Picked up the RV and he's left the bike behind and got fed up.
Yeah. So he's out in the mountains. And that's cool. He's still riding a lot. It's crazy. Scott Ransom almost to the top of the trail, and the view is already great. Wide angle lens.
Isn't this the same bike you bought, Joe?
It is actually.
Yeah.
Mine was a different color, but yeah.
You got like red, right, Joe? You got like red.
Yeah, mine was red, exactly.
There we go.
And mine, I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but mine was in a little better shape.
You keep it clean.
Yeah.
Mud and junk on here.
Yeah, this guy's is all dirty, man. Mine's still like pristine.
That's what happens when it never leaves the garage.
My bike's still got the bubble wrap on it.
Yeah, mine's still brand new in the box. Yeah, I mean, in 20 years they can still use mine if they want.
All right, so Wes went to the medieval fair, the local medieval fair yesterday, I guess, huh?
Yep, it was a nice day.
Cool. Yeah, you've gone to that for a few years in a row at least. So.
Yeah, I think we missed it last year, but most years we go.
Yeah, it looked like it was a nice day there. Short sleeve weather. Mm-hmm. This guy's gonna get it. He's gonna. So
the worst day I ever had photographing was at a Renaissance fair.
All right.
Why was that?
It was not for what I did. It was what I failed to do. There was the jousting, and the guy in the on the jousting field was getting the crowd separated into two groups. You know, to sell one group would cheer for the good guy, and the other group would cheer for the bad guy. And he got this one group that I was with to give the other jouster, the bad guy, the bird. And so here's this group of people all flipping off the guy. that itself is kind of a fun image, but to make this on a totally different universe, there were 3 nuns in the crowd sitting there, black habits, just sitting there stoically, and people all the way around them were going, ah, flipping off the guy. And I just stood there with my camera like a total idiot. And that's the one and only shot in my entire life.
That would have been a good shot. Yeah, everybody flipping off except the 3 nuns just sitting.
Except for not just 1 or 2 nuns. It had to be 3, just to make it even more compositionally perfect.
Funny, yeah.
I've missed stuff like that.
God, I kick myself in the ass every time I think about that. Anyhow,
right, the one that got away.
The one I let get away. That's even worse.
So how long is this fair? Is it for a few weeks? Do they do it?
Yeah, they're up to doing 3 weekends now.
Okay.
Nice.
They do that in Charlotte as well each year around October.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice one. You got nice focus on the eyes there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to using that 70 to 200.
Yep.
So practice.
What was the aperture on this?
2.8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Well, it's an interesting perspective. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just the hair, focus on the hair and the crown, the wreath.
Did you take a shot with the opposite, focused on the other guy and blow out the front guy?
Yeah, I was trying to mix it up. Some with the other depending on who was in focus.
This is with, I don't know why it's not showing the.
They're all with my ADD in the 70 to 200
Okay, so they're all 70 to 200. There it is.
2.8, yeah. They're all at 2.8.
Okay. All
Is
right.
that wide open, Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, 25. Okay, that's why it's so short. 2500th of a second. Nice and fast. That's at the Brittany Estates Mobile Home Park.
I don't know why it says that. it's the Alachua County Fairgrounds. I don't know why.
So here's some of the local residents out.
In Florida. Nice. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's funny. Brittany
Florida
Estates-
man sword fights at the mobile home park.
Nice. Right? Beautiful.
The residents are up in arms.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Tags it as Brittany Estates Mobile Home Park. Is that right next to the fairgrounds? Probably.
It must be nearby. Yeah. I don't know exactly where that's at.
So your rent's due tomorrow. No, it isn't. We're going to repossess your trailer if you don't finish up.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So, yep, 200. So what's your, do you like the lens, using it for this kind of stuff? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, so far, I'm just, it's got a shallow depth of field, so it's tricky to get the focus right.
Yeah.
Like when I first got it, I went to the parade, and so many shots were just not right. They were off by a little bit. So it takes a little more practice on the shallower depth of field.
Yeah, that's true.
Careful what you ask for.
There you go. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. I like that.
Yeah, I got it. I managed to get a bunch of the good shots of the birds, so I was happy about that. The falcons.
Yep. Very nice. That's a nice shot. There you go. Look at that. Barely balanced, they call themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Look where he's got feet on legs, and then she's standing on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
On the back of the knees is
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh God, yeah.
That takes immense core strength to do that.
And
Yeah.
don't drop your swords either. It
Yeah.
goes right into that guy.
Uh-huh. Yeah. There's some talent there. Yeah, look at that core strength, being able to do that.
Mm-hmm. They said that was their most dangerous stunt.
Yeah.
I can see why. I mean, she's got 3 different knives. She's
Yeah. And if they drop, look where they're gonna drop. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
and the strength of the guy holding it all up there is
Yeah.
I mean, that's all 3 of them people got some pretty good talent, man.
That's some skills. Now look at her. I mean, she's she works out. You can tell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's it's yeah. You gotta have trust in your coworkers there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
you
cool.
gotta-
It's a nice shot though. I like that. Yeah. Very nice.
This is a good time to ask for a pay raise.
Yeah. This would be good. I wonder what this would look like in black and white, huh, Joe?
Right. You're reading my mind, Mark.
You got the shadows and all that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Good work.
A little more drama.
Yeah. That's cool. There we go.
Oh boy.
I'm sure we should score this guy.
I think this guy looks like he's up to something here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Looks like there's a pretty good crowd there yesterday then.
Yeah. Pretty crowded.
Looks like it was a nice day. Yeah. You get a lot of
I
people.
don't think this guy slept at a Holiday Inn Express.
No.
Something's telling me.
Yeah, he slept at the mobile home park. He's like,
Yeah.
Well, he's well isolated from the background.
yeah, he is. Yep. That lens, yeah, like you said, Wes, once you get used to it with that shallow depth of field, you get some good separation now.
Mm-hmm.
And here is Dennis with the 1
Yeah.
point.
Wow.
Was this focus stacked at all? Yep.
It's not
No. Wow.
single image, and it was the flower I was waiting to open.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what we were talking about last week. Yeah. Did you do time lapse or did you just?
No, it's about f16.
Okay.
I did increase the blacks to take the background out.
Yep. That's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Mhm.
Like that.
Nice soft light.
Yep. It came out very nice. Did you use one of your speed lights for that?
No, that's daylight, and say at f16, I
Okay.
taken pretty fast, take the background away, but
1 second it was.
yeah, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously it was on a tripod.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I shut the camera right down so that I could get rid of the background.
Yeah. No, that's nice. I mean, this detail here is very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a green stem coming out the bottom, but I cloned it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, someone was talking about this lens, and they were just talking about the micro contrast of this lens. It was just phenomenal.
Really. Yeah.
Yeah, this I took one photograph with the 50 mil, and I took the same photograph with the 65. The 65 mil just didn't. It was sharp as anything, but it didn't look as good as this 50.
Yeah.
Right.
Getting a little bit of, almost like a little bit of transparency in this little petal here. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they were quite transparent.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice shot. Yeah. Nice lens. It's a keeper.
Yeah, and it was gimped, of course.
Of course.
If it's transparent, you might have you. Yeah, did you ever try doing a little backlighting?
Yeah, me and Tim were playing in the garden. We was taking pictures of a person standing in bright sunshine and ending up with a black background like this by using the speed lights.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
Yeah, it was very nice. Now that flower would look great right there in front of the car.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This car ain't got nothing on that flower, man.
No.
There's just nothing about it.
Yeah. Well, I expect Pat's put about 50 images together here.
Yeah. You know, and you only had to shoot one to get that flower.
Yeah, I didn't even stack it or anything. It was great.
There might have been some stacking in this photo, right?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
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 You know, you can just tell the amateurs from the pros. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you got to put 50 shots together, when you can just do
I mean, come on. What is that saying? I mean, what is that saying? You know.
I'll buy myself a 50 mil 1.2 then.
Yeah. That's a fantastic car. Looks so 1962 250 GT.
What's hilarious is that you know Pat's so doggone good at this stuff that you just like, you know, you're just like it's just another average, fantastic, fabulous photo by Pat.
Multi-million-dollar car.
Yeah,
Down the street. Yeah.
I mean, he does. I'm a little shocked though to see that one post that he left there. Well, two posts that he left there, kind of like.
Oh, these fence posts here.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked to see he actually left that in
I
there.
don't know. Maybe a little sense of speed. But what's interesting, there's the Easter egg right there. See, that's the vehicle he's shooting from right there.
Yeah.
You see the clouds in the sky on the little bumper,
Yeah.
and then there's the vehicle. I think that's the van he's shooting from or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, our real pro wouldn't have his self-reflecting in the chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a true pro.
Yeah, real pro would have cloned it out.
Well, we all know the sign of a true pro. A true pro would have had the shopping basket somewhere back,
Yeah, the shopping
and the moon would have been over there.
there, the moon over here, and the shopping trolley back here in the back.
Yeah, and that's just the sign of a true pro. I mean,
A proper photo hasn't got a moon in it, Joe.
Really, call yourself a photographer without a fake moon in it?
guy doesn't even gimp anything. Come on, give me a break. You know.
I'd like to see Pat put a photograph up what was done by the GIMP.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Okay, so a new. You've had this lens a little while, right, Wes?
No, this is new. I just
Oh, it is. Wow. Okay.
I had like a cheap Russian lens for that Canon 7 rangefinder camera for forever since I got it 2-3 years ago.
Okay. Yep.
I kind of been watching the actual Canon lenses and finally got a good deal on an auction on one. So
There you go.
Are you allowed to grow cannabis in America then? Wes?
that's an avocado.
In Colorado, yeah. You can grow up to 6 plants.
Yeah, this is an avocado tree.
Yeah, it depends on where you're at there, Dennis. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can see horticulture is not my.
M39 f1.8. So is this basically the kit lens then?
I guess you could call it that. I mean, I'm guessing that's what most people had when they got one of those cameras.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. So you got a good would you find it on eBay?
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. That takes care of the new photography equipment purchase for the week.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It qualifies all of us for purchasing new equipment since West bought.
I know exactly right.
I sold 2 of my Micro Four Thirds lenses already, so
okay.
I only have 1 more of those to sell.
Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah, so you
We
sold that.
talked about Olympus and what's going on with them.
No, we haven't. I know they're. Are they coming out with a new? They're coming out with a new one, right?
I heard they're actually going out of business. They're out of the photography business.
Oh, that's different.
Okay.
Then again, I also said
Photographers claim.
Kevin Bacon was killed. So
Yeah.
who knows?
So Kevin Bacon reported that they're going out of business.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but your reporting was actually correct. Kevin Bacon was killed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It just wasn't the Kevin.
What screwed me over is that the article that I saw on TV, where they actually had a picture of the actor. So
yeah. So they.
anyhow, that's something else.
The reporter fell for it too.
There it is. Olympus cameras going out of business. Let's see. Olympus responds to rumors that its camera division is. This is November of last year. Denies rumors that it's shutting down. That means they are.
Yeah, because they're denying it. Then yeah, so
We currently have no plans to sell
no
which means-
plans. There you go. That's
as of today, but tomorrow we will.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we didn't have any plans. It just happened. Yeah, that's
You think they're going to actually sell? Yeah. We want to sell everything. No, they're not going to do that. Not to the shareholders.
Don't need to worry, then worry.
Yeah. Don't worry at all. What happened, why, and where for the next was a good year compared. Oh, okay. Good night. They say 2019 was good compared to 2018. So who knows? But yeah, I don't know how much. What are they? I wonder how many they're really selling. You know, that's the at the end of when all the numbers are added up. How many are they real? I mean, how many cameras are they selling in the Micro Four Thirds
yeah.
space? That's the question. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't surprise me. Maybe
There's a bird photography I follow on YouTube, and he was shooting all Canon full frame, and then about a year ago he switched to Micro Four Thirds, which surprised me. But he's stuck with it, so I guess there are some people who will be like really enjoying the system.
Yeah, well, it's from a
Let's put you back because I'm on the video.
from an effective focal length standpoint.
Because I'm talking to people online.
Here we go. From a effective focal length standpoint, yeah, the Micro Four Thirds gets you double. So,
Yeah,
but you know, the image size is smaller. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. That would be. I've got 2 Olympus cameras. So I don't know. Would they go up in value or down in value? Probably down in value.
Down.
It's out of business. I don't know.
Which means that they're going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah, they will.
keep in mind with the kit lens. So
Yep. Yeah.
it's a cool camera. I just want to move on to other things.
Yeah. I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably keep mine for another year or two, and then I'll see how the full frame market shakes out. Full frame mirrorless shakes out, which will be interesting. Let's see. Of course, I got to use the cameras I have for one. So.
Yeah. That helps. Yeah.
I've still got 11 months left in 2020, so there's always hope.
Yeah, but time flies.
It does, because we're almost at the end of January already. So, but yeah, well, this is the first, like here in Atlanta, this is the first weekend we've had in 7 weeks that it wasn't raining. So it's the first dry weekend we've had since first part of December. I know that's kind of what you've been dealing with down there in Phoenix too, Joe.
Oh, are you kidding me? It's been just constant sunshine. It just really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, today was 75 and extremely sunny. I mean, it's ridiculous already.
How do you deal with that?
I try to tell people, if you only knew what we go through down here.
Yeah.
It's just, and Minnesota are complaining about their weather. They're below zero and there's snow. Wow.
Just deal with the sunshine. Yeah.
We have constant sunshine over here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, unbelievable. Crazy.
I could go on and on. It's a whole nother show, Mark.
Okay. All right. We'll have to set aside some time for Joe to complain about the constant sunshine.
Do you get a winter or anything, Joe?
This is winter, yes.
This is winter. 75 degrees and sun.
Our winters are very mild. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's less sunny in the winter.
Yeah. Well, it's about 30 degrees cooler too.
Yeah. Well, because the days are shorter.
Yeah.
In the winter. So in the summer, the days are just longer, and you get more sunshine, and it's definitely warmer. But
yeah. You're about 30 to 45 degrees cooler in the winter than you are in the summer.
yeah, more towards the 40. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember you telling me, Joe, that your patio furniture was melting in the heat.
Your patio, yes. If you were dumb enough to leave your patio furniture out in the sun, it will melt. If it's plastic, yes, it will melt. If you have fans in your patio, because that's a nice thing to do, in your garden, as you would call it, and you don't get the outdoor ones, the ones that are specifically for outdoors, they will be melted. Yeah, they'll be dripping down. Yeah, that happens here. Yeah.
Lived there, Joe?
What was that?
How long have you lived there?
It'll be 6 years, man, pretty soon. Yeah.
Wow.
Talk about time flying. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes by.
You plan to move before you melt?
I'm sorry?
You plan to move before you melt?
No, you know why? Because I have good air conditioning, really good AC. So yeah, I'm staying put. It's funny because Mark knows I literally just flew in from Dallas a few hours ago. So I haven't really been here for the last, 4 days or so. But my sister, every time I go to Dallas, keeps trying to introduce me to different ladies, hoping and I go out on dates with some of these ladies when I'm in Dallas, but anything to try to get me to move to Dallas. And what was hilarious was today it was supposed to be low 70s in Dallas and sun, and it was seriously a little breezy, super overcast, couldn't have been more than 60 degrees. The minute I fly in here, I'm showing her the weather here. I'm like, it's effing literally 75 degrees here, and a true 75, not 75 and a little breeze comes by and so it cools off. No, it's literally no breeze, totally 75 degrees. You know what I'm saying? It's freaking paradise here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the wintertime, it is. It's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're about to have the golf tournament here in 2 days.
Oh yeah, the Tucson Open or whatever it is, or Phoenix Open, whatever it is.
Phoenix, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And then the Super Bowl next week. Oh, speaking of, no show next week. We got Super Bowl. I know Joe's going to be watching the 49ers and the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, I am actually.
Dennis too. We don't want to interrupt. Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis is the hardest of the hardcore, really. I just
Don't worry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll skip next week. And be back on, what is that going to be, the 9th, February 9th.
Dennis is so hardcore about American football, he now calls what they do in the UK soccer.
Yeah. Hey, head coach is in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, look at this guy.
Look at
Hey,
that.
Mark, did you get a new turntable?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you haven't talked about the
No, I haven't talked about that. I've been playing with Darktable, but it's not really the photo editing app. It's
not the right
table. I got the Technics 1210 GR.
Okay.
Cool.
Badass turntable.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's super quiet comparatively. Background noise has dropped down. The noise floor has dropped quite a bit compared to. I had the Project Debut Carbon.
Yeah. Are you using the same cartridge, or are you?
I'm using the same cartridge right now. The one MP110. That'll probably be the next upgrade. Will be some different cartridge. I haven't really thought about that too much yet, but I'm really liking it now. There's definitely the noise floor is lower on it, and the
the Debut. I bought a Debut at one point and sent it back because it was too much motor noise.
Yeah, and I've had that thing for almost 6 years, and I knew I wanted to upgrade for a few years, and I just hadn't, just didn't get too serious about it until this last year or so.
You know what's funny about the projects is the projects, and I learned this several months back now, but they have this issue with the motors, as you mentioned, the motors, Wes, and you have to take the shipping screws out, and it literally lowers the noise floor on the motor incredibly.
But it still didn't go away all
Yeah,
the
mine.
way.
I did that on mine, and it helped, but it didn't get rid of it completely. But I was looking at the RPM 5,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then the RPM 9, which would have been a step up, and but I didn't want to pay that much for.
I like that. I like that X2 or whatever that we saw at the show, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, you know the one I'm talking about because we looked at it. But,
Yeah.
I kind of like that one. It might make me buy a third one, but
Yeah.
that it's ridiculous, Wes.
I'm going to a show in 2 weeks, so I'm sure
Are you really?
that,
What show are you going to?
the Florida Audio Show.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah. That'd be your first official audio show.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be fun. Yeah. I mean,
There was car audio shows back in the days, when the bass system and stuff, but never.
Mark, should we school him now that we're audio show veterans?
yeah.
Should we tell him the rundown, how it goes when you go to an audio show?
If you see a bunch of grumpy old men sitting there complaining about stuff, knock them off their chairs and.
Yeah, in all honesty, though, Mark's turntable is pricey. There's no doubt about it, but it's relatively cheap for what you're getting. The turntable he got it would compare. You correct me, Mark? I would say it compares with turntables that are about $5,000.
You could make the case for belt drive turntables. You could, you could probably in that $2,000 to $4,000 range, which would be the next step up in a belt.
I mean, I think so. I mean, it really does. I think he's being a little modest.
I'm very, 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 very happy with it. The main thing I got with it was the noise floor is lower. The speed consistent. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, so from a like listening, like notes, sustain, that type of stuff, it's all there. So it's just very, very noticeable, and the sound's real super consistent, and it's neutral. The turntable itself is very neutral, so then I can use the cartridge or whatever if I want to do that. So it's not influencing the sound like the other ones were, like the other one was. So I'm very happy with it, and the things are built like tanks from everything I've seen, so I shouldn't have any issues with it for as long as I want to have the turntable, pretty much.
It really is.
I really like it, so I better enjoy it because it did cost me a little bit of money.
Gosh, man, for real. But you know what? That's a generational turntable right there. You're done.
I should be done, yeah. Unless of course I hit the lottery, then I might have to get something else. But no, I'm good. For me to get anything more than that, I think I'd have to more than double the price of that, and I just can't spend that much on that.
That's my point. I would think you would have to go up. You'd have to willing to go like $8,000 or $10,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to have to get a VPI. In other words, boom.
Yeah.
Right. Like you're going to have to go to that caliber a table in order to get surpass. And how much more are you going to surpass that quality? That's the
no.
The
I mean, it is now it's the best part of the speakers are really good. I really like the speakers, but now that I've got the turntable, the other stuff would upgrade to get to the level of the turntable. So that's kind of but everything I have now, I'm very happy with, but I could upgrade the preamp, the amplifier, and the cartridge to that turntable, and then, kind of go at it that way. So.
The one big bummer, Wes, is you're going to go to that show and start questioning life's decisions, man.
Yeah.
Like man, photography. Oh my God. Yeah. It's just a whole bunch of palm and forehead situation.
Yeah.
Why am I thinking about this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it'll be fun. You'll see a lot of, are you going for just one day or 2 days?
Yeah, just one day.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's enough. Yeah, it really is actually enough.
Yeah. If you especially if you kind of pick out rooms you want to go to or certain things you want to see,
Mhm.
and do that. Do they have a good section like a vendor area where will it be like will it be vinyl and that type
Yeah,
of
yeah, they got all that stuff.
cool. Yeah. Oh,
And you know what, man? It doesn't hurt to have a checkbook with you because they make deals. Honestly, in all seriousness, they make deals at the shows, man. Like if you're willing to, you see something you kind of like, and you kind of bounce it off them. Hey, what would this one cost right now? And because they do not want to ship stuff back. And they'll literally give you 40% off, sometimes 50%. Hallmark, we've talked to them, man. They offer you discounts, man.
Yeah, we'll give you a 30% off. It was 10, but now it's only 7. So buy it today. No, 10,000. No, we're getting 7,000. Yeah.
But in all seriousness, they offer some really good deals at those shows.
If you know a particular thing you want, you're really interested in, you can find it there. I mean, you'd basically get a show discount with a full manufacturer warranty on it. So it'd be like an open box type thing.
Yeah, it's definitely an open box. So you're going to be buying what you see, but you got to be willing to take it there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. But no, it should be fun. So you're going to that next week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay.
On the 8th. Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
I'll be able to give a report on the next show.
9th. So yeah. Well, have fun with that. That'll be fun. I've enjoyed the ones we've gone to. It's a good way to kind of get us an idea what things look like and how much money people spend on audio. I think anything people spend. It's just crazy. Yeah.
And it's awesome to get to hear some equipment. I mean,
that's what I'm most looking forward to.
You'll probably be able to listen to some maybe multiple $100,000 systems.
And they have like some sort of I don't know if you call it a panel, but like listening sessions where you could go in and they'll play like different versions of a certain album, stuff like that. So they have some of those kind of things.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that.
Yeah, you should have a fun time. It's they are fun to go to. But yeah, either if you're wanting to spend, you can probably get a discount. Otherwise, keep your checkbook and hide it. Because you want to buy stuff, that's for sure.
You'll want to buy something.
You will. It's like, I can't. These speakers are really nice, but I really can't live in the speakers, so I have to decide.
And I know Wes has big hammers at home because he likes working on cars anyway, and so he's probably so. Do yourself a favor, Wes. Hide your hammers because when you get home, you're probably going on smash whatever you have.
Oh no!
You know. You're just gonna you're gonna come back and be like, you know what, I hate everything I have, I swear.
Well, actually,
I hope not.
No, actually, what I found, and I think you did too, Joe, was you listen to that stuff and it says my system sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you set it up right and you enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it right now. I mean,
no that gas mileage analogy, like if you're already getting 35 miles to the gallon. And they come out with a new car that's getting 50 or 55. Like, how much is it going to cost you to get there? Right? You're already at 35. That's pretty doggone good. Is it really worth making the leap to that? You know what I'm saying? And the price difference to get that much better sound quality is tens of thousands of dollars.
That's crazy. Yeah. Right. So, well, enjoy the audio show, Wes, and maybe if we see you in 2 weeks and you got these 2 big speakers in the back, then we figured or a new turntable. Well, you've had your turntable for a few years, so
yeah, it's been about 6 years or so now.
Time for an upgrade, I think. I'm just saying, just time for an upgrade.
I just put some silver tone arm wires on it.
Did. I noticed that. Did you notice a big difference?
Yeah, but mainly because the old ones were kind of in bad shape I changed out the cartridge so many times that.
Oh, okay. So you think maybe connectors were worn.
Bad connection somewhere that would pop up occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
So I just replaced the wires and it's fine now.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It sounds good. Sounds better than ever.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's the important thing. If you enjoy the sound, that's the important thing. So.
Yep.
Well, cool. All right. No show next week, so Dennis can watch. You can put his full attention towards the Super Bowl because I know he's been planning on that. But we'll be back on the 9th to hear about Wes's new audio purchase, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm dying to hear about that.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. As always, we're on show 301 on our way to show 600, I guess.
Wes is gonna come back with a new record cleaner. That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna get sucked.
That's
into
actually very likely.
Record cleaning machine.
boom, boom, boom. I knew it, man. Yeah.
That's very likely.
Yeah, record cleaning machine. An RCM for Wes. Yep. Yep. I think Project came out with some new ones. Yeah, there's all kinds of new ones out there. So.
Yeah, and they have those demos, man, and oh my god, they suck.
Yeah. So we'll just have to look for that. Well, they clean records and they also clean lenses too. So that's what I hear. All right, guys. Good show. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. We'll see you.
Peace out.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'll try and catch up with you, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to respond to his calls. All right. See ya.
Yeah.
I've got